In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the pros and cons of studying in the UK. If that sounds interesting to you, keep watching and let's get into the video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. No, if you're new here, you're a returning subscriber. I appreciate you. Welcome. Thank you. Welcome back. Please don't forget to subscribe if you've not subscribed. And if you're seeing me for the first time, hello, my name is Furo, and on this channel I create content about life in the UK, how you can navigate your way in the UK as a master's student, or how you can come here as a master's student, and also lifestyle content. If that sounds interesting to you, why not join the fun by clicking the subscribe button down below, turning on your notification bell, and giving this video a thumbs up so that you get notified every time I post a video. So in case you've not been following me, there's a lot of videos in the description box for you guys to follow my journey as a master student here in the UK. Yes, I came here March of 2021 and I just finished my master's in the UK. I've been sharing a lot of videos out on how I was able to do it, so you too can do it. Okay? So in this video, I'm sharing with you pros and cons of studying here in the UK. So just disadvantage and advantage of studying here in the UK, and I've written all these things in this rickety sheet of paper, and I'm going to be reading from here and sharing with you guys. So let's start with the advantage of studying here in the UK. Number one is the 1 year of studying. Like in 1 year you've gotten your master's. How exciting. I remember when I wanted to do my master's, I had the option of going to either US, Canada, or the UK, but I decided to take the UK because I'm a mom. I really wanted this master's and I don't have 2 years to spend in studying for a master's, so I had to come to the UK to study for this master. So unlike the US and Canada, they all have masters, and this masters you have to study for 2 years. But here in the UK, most of their masters is 1 year, which is exciting. If you're a mature student, you're an adult student, and you don't have much time in your hand and you want to do this masters, I think coming to the UK will be the best bet for you, because it's just 1 year and yeah, done. Another thing why I think studying here is exciting is there's no strike. There is no strike. There's no strike. That one Amaka Missy, like I can't even believe that. In March I came here, by January I was done with my work. Okay, there's no strike here. If you're supposed to finish in March, you finish in March. If you finish in January, you finish in January. Nobody's going to strike. Nobody's off in school. I think even the only time where there was no school was during the COVID, but even at that we were still learning from our comfort of our bedrooms and comfort of our houses on our laptop. So they always set things emotion all the time, so there's no strike, so you'll not be scared that oh my god, anything. You know that you finish your program at the time where you're supposed to finish your program. So that is another thing. The next thing is the visa process. Yes, I've talked about UK visa in one of my videos where I said stop wasting your money to go to Canada or this country, come to the UK. They all offer the same thing. If you go to the US and you spend 2 years, you get 1 year to work. If you go to Canada, okay, you get PR. Okay, Canada, okay, we can think about that. But if you come to the UK, you get 2 years, and you know that you're going to get your visa if you arrange your visa properly, if you package yourself properly, you know you're going to get your visa. But Canada, getting a visa to Canada to study is like, especially when you're a mature student, you're a mom, you're a parent, you are a grown-up person, getting a visa to Canada is like passing the camel through the needle's eyes. It's hard. US is also the same thing. Getting visa, I've gotten a couple of visas. I've also gotten I've gotten visas to US, so I know how hard it is. You must really be exceptional. I think when I got my visa to the US was because I'd gotten like a couple of visas before that time. I think that was what they considered gave me visa. But if you want to go and do a fresh visa, and except you're a young person, that's when okay, you're lucky, you're going to get visa. So the visa process in coming to the UK is more assured if you have your money arranged, your documents are filled properly, you give them everything they need, you get admission from a school that is sponsoring, you will get your visa. It's kind of really assured, like it's assured than all these other countries. So if you pay for visa, you know you're going to get your visa. So visa process in the UK is more lenient than these other countries. Okay, another pros of studying here is self-development. You get developed intellectually, like from learning how to use different softwares that probably you don't know how to use when you're coming from, you know, Africa or wherever, or India or wherever. But here you learn how to use all this. So there's a lot of self-development that will take place in your life if you get a master's here, and the master's here is recognized internationally. So you can actually use your master's and go somewhere else to get a job, and it's going to be recognized compared to, you know, our own back home, you know. So sometimes if you do masters here, you're going to Canada, probably you just need it 1 or 2 certifications just to, you know, hump on that your masters. But if you bring the one that you did from back home, it might be the same thing. So a lot of self-development and a lot of, you know, a more advantage and more making you more sellable in the job market if you do your masters here. Another thing, I think, doing your masters here, getting an international experience, the multicultural nature of this place, there are people from different places, is going to open your eyes to a lot of things. It's going to, you know, make you know things that you don't know. For example, if you've been following me, you know what I was complaining about, you know, how they sort their beans. I've never seen that kind of thing before. Even when I went to the US, like, they don't sort beans in the US. I don't know. I lived in a rented apartment. We just put our beans just like we put in Nigeria. But here they sort their beans, and there's a lot of things I've learned, you know, just being here. So the diverse multicultural nature of this place is going to help you a lot to be able to interact with other people, to be able to, you know, just develop yourself personally. And another pro is that you are able to work due to the fewer classes and fewer hours they have to study. So for example, when I was doing my master's, I just have classes 3 times a week and 2 hours a day. So I can now, if I want to work, I can use the other times to work. Okay, so they have lesser time where you spend on classes, and the fact that we didn't even go to physical classes, but that was because there was COVID. But if there was no COVID, probably would have gone to physical classes, but we didn't go to physical classes. And okay, even if we had, you know, gone for physical classes, they're just going to spend 2 hours and 3 times a week, and most of the classes were 10 to 12, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so that's 2 hours, and we had 2 days where we're not doing anything, plus Saturday and Sunday. There are 4 days where we weren't doing nothing, where you can work or you can take care of yourself, do other things that you want to do. So they have fewer hours for you to spend in classes here in the UK. Another thing is they have fewer courses that you do to qualify for your master. So like I told you, I did procurement, logistics and supply chain management, and we had just 5, which is five courses including dissertation. So we had like 4 courses plus our dissertation. That's just 5, and each of these 5 had like 2 assignments. So you have fewer classes to attend to make up for your masters, and each of these 5 classes had 2 assignments, which is going to bring me to my next point. They have, you know, assignments that will help you succeed. So these 2 assignments is 50-50 each, so 2 of them is over 100. So there's no how you tell me that okay, one, you not get at least 30 over 100, or you not get you know, 60 in the both of them, just over 100. So it's easier for you to pass here. You know, the way they do their stuff is easier for you to pass because you have 2 assignments. So if you don't do well, let's say you get 50 in this one, you didn't do well, in the next one you can put more effort to do well to cover that. So the 2 of them is over 100, and you can get your 60 with ease. Okay, it's easier for you to pass with the way their assignment is structured, especially here at the University of Suffolk. That thing is, you can do any course no matter the BSc you have. So let's say you have BSc in fishery, or let's say BSc in acupuncture, I don't know, and you decide that you want to come and do nursing. There are schools that will admit you to do nursing. Or you decide that you want to go and do engineering and masters. There are schools that admit you to do engineering and masters. The thing you should be asking yourself, will I be able to meet up? Will I be able to pass engineering and masters? Because if you don't pass, they will send you home without mercy. Okay, so there are schools that will take you engineering and masters. So they don't, consider that the fact that, oh, you did science, so you want to do art, so you shouldn't do it like Canada does. They don't do all those things. So no matter your BSc, no matter the course you want to do, your MSc, you are free to fly. They don't stress you at all. Another thing I like about studying here is the way they pay their fees. Like on that pros is the way they pay their fees. They portion their fees. They don't need you to pay these fees boom at once. They divide it for you to pay, so it's easier for you to pay and it's easier for you to afford. Okay, it's easier. So with that, everybody can afford the masters, although not everybody, but at least people can afford the masters. And when they say, okay, pay 14,000 at once, or pay 20,000 at once, that is going to be more difficult for you to pay. And that's what I like about here, which is the pro, is that there's a lot of jobs, especially here in Manchester. There's a lot of jobs for you to sustain yourself. Okay, so for you to work and sustain yourself. So these are all the pros I can remember of studying here in the UK. So now let's talk about the cons. Let's talk about the cons of studying here. So the disadvantage of studying here in the UK. Number one is less interaction with your cohorts, your classmates, or your departmental people. So most of the people I think come here from, especially Nigeria, to come do their masters here are people that have families or people that are matured. So they're just like, let's get this thing and get her from here. They're not interested in the extra curriculum activities, all those kind of things. So you have less interaction with these people. So hereby this can even affect your studies. If you're somebody that thrive more with having people around you, this can affect your studies. So a lot of less interaction with people in your class. For me, for example, that studied during the COVID, in my class, I think in my whole class I only know 2 people that are the same set with me. Only 2 that in the same set with me. I don't know any other people. Most of the people I knew were people that were like September intake. Me, I was January and they were September intake. Because they batch teach people. So in a class you're online, you can see 200 people in that class. There's somebody from digital marketing, there's somebody from international business, there's somebody from different departments, and all these people are coming together and learning in one place. That's going to be difficult for you to connect with them on in a personal level. Okay, so you're just like, oh, this person, I know my department, I don't even need them. So you just like, so less interaction with people. So that will make you will not be able to connect with them personally. So this can just make you feel isolated. That's one of the things. Although at University of Suffolk, they tried to, after the COVID, they tried to set up a lot of student interaction, places where students can interact. But at this time, I used to staying on our own, so we did not care. Number 2 is there's so much independence in studying here. So if you're somebody that you don't know how to study on your own, you need someone to be teaching you like that, because it's not everybody that will know something from the on-go. Some people need another person to teach them, to point out things to them before they will understand. If you're that kind of person, you might not succeed here, because nobody is calling you to force you to submit your assignment. Submit to, submit to. Nobody is telling you what to do. If you don't know what to do by yourself, is a lot of independence. Okay, the day that you're going to submit, nobody's going to call you to say, oh, today is the day you're submitting. Only you go put them for your phone and your phone will remind you. That's how it is. So nobody's going to call you. Turn it in, or you not turn it in. Nobody's going to tell you what to do. Okay, check that your similarity. Nobody's going to tell you that. you will do that by yourself. So it's really, really difficult. Like, nobody's going to tell you that, oh, you need to paraphrase. Somehow you figure it out by yourself. But if for any reason you don't figure it out, you go fail, because nobody's there to direct you. They don't have this atmosphere where they feel like, okay, some people are very, very smart and some people are not that smart and they need extra help. You are the one that's going to identify by yourself that, oh, I need extra help, and you will go seek for it. Nobody's going to come and say, oh, you need extra help, seek for it. Nobody's going to tell you that. So it's a lot of independence, a lot of do it yourself work. That's what happens here, and I think that's a con for me. That's a disadvantage for me, because if you're not careful, that can actually make you fail. Another disadvantage for me is the placement system. Okay, a lot of courses will say there's placement. Like me, when I was applying for my course, they were like, there's placement opportunity. So I felt that these people were going to give you a company where you are going to go and do placement. Although that was not what they said. Okay, let me not judge. They said there's placement opportunity. So when they say there's placement opportunity, it felt like, okay, they're going to, you know, take you and give you a company and say, do your placement here. But that was no, they didn't do that. Okay, most of the people that had like 6 months placement, you have to go look for the placement yourself. They're not the ones that are going to come to you and say, oh, we have a placement for you. Okay, this company A or company B is available for you to go do placement. You have to go do that placement. You have to go look for that placement yourself. If you don't find anyone, then that's your own. Okay, they're not. But I was wondering, why will you put in your website and say there's placement opportunity when you know that you're not the one that's going to find this placement, and you know how hard it is for international students to, you know, just settle down, talk less of finding a place to do placement. So that one was a con for me. Please don't put in your website if you know you're not the one that's going to find it, because 1 year is not enough. Till now, there's a lot of things I've not been able to, you know, understand or to know. I've not even made a lot of friends that, apart from YouTube, people I know from YouTube that have settled here and that got in contact with me due to them watching my videos. I've not made my own personal friends that are settled here that are not students. I've not made any personal friend that is not student. So if I have not, so how do you want me to get the placement? And most of these companies, when they realize that you're a student, they don't want to give you placement. They don't want to give you job. They don't even want to listen to you. And you're having your website and saying there's placement opportunity. It means you're setting a placement opportunity for me. And but you not push me out to go and look for that placement opportunity by myself. I feel that's a con. Don't do that. If you know you're not looking for a placement opportunity for me, don't put in your website. Just put the program and say, or explain it properly, that I will be the one to go look for the placement opportunity. Because I met a lot of students who took a course because there's placement opportunity, who even believe that, oh, they are going to find placement opportunity for them. But when they got here, these people did not find placement opportunity for them. So that is a con for me. So please know that even if it's stated on the website that there's placement opportunity, this people are not going to find placement opportunity for you. You will find it yourself. So that's con for me. Another con for me is accommodation. Accommodation here is hard. Finding accommodation is not only in Manchester, like everywhere in the UK, because other people I've met in other cities. Like I have a friend that stays in Nottingham, and she had the same experience. I have a Telegram group and everybody's always looking for accommodation. In case I never, you know, advertise my Telegram group enough. I have a Telegram group. The link is in the description box. In case you want to join, you can get help, meet friends, you know, and all those things. So accommodation is a problem. Like, if you bring me here to study, look for a way to look for accommodation for me. Sign surety or sign something, because most of the landlords here, they need you to get guarantor. And when you reach out to the school, they just give you like a third party guarantor company that will going to help you sign this guarantor. And these landlords do not want those kind of guarantor. They want guarantors that are human beings, physical people that live here in the UK, that have houses, you know, that are doing well for themselves. and nobody's willing to sign that if they are not your family member. And if I'm new in your city and you're telling me that it doesn't make sense, and then why will accommodation be that difficult? Why? And you keep bringing people, and yet there's no accommodation. People are struggling. You know, it's frustrating that there's no accommodation in the UK. I visited one panel where they were asking me about my accommodation experience in the UK, and my man, I finished them. Like, I was almost crying, talking about what I went through looking for my accommodation. So that's a con for me. Please, you know, sort out ways to help your students get accommodation when they come here, so that they don't get stranded, or talk to the agent to make the requirement for students a little bit easier and lighter, so that we can get accommodation, because this accommodation like can affect our mental health and we not being able to scale through in the course that we have come here to do. Okay, so that is a con. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If there's any video you want me to do, let me know. It's almost time for school run, and I'm about to go for school run now. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, don't forget to share this video. Until I see you in my next video, bye bye.